Hey there, this is Phantom Empire and I'm Sean. We all hope you're having an incredible day. In this Halloween Ends update video, we focus in on the town of Haddonfield. But on to our multiple choice question first. Which Halloween movie in the post-Donald Pleasence era is your favorite? H2O, Resurrection, the zombie movies, Halloween 2018, or Halloween Kills? Comment below, we would love to hear your thoughts. Let's get an engaging discussion going down in the comment section. Which movie is the best post-Donald Pleasence? And if you're ready for the Halloween Ends trailer that's coming soon, smash that like button. The citizens of Haddonfield played a bit of a controversial role in Halloween Kills with the mob scene and the infamous Evil Dies Tonight.
Evil dies tonight! Evil dies tonight!
With a 4-year time jump, it's left many wondering where that leaves Haddonfield because of everything that they've been through. Mike Bish and I had an opportunity to sit down and discuss the reports we've received about Haddonfield in Halloween Ends from our sources. We believe this information is just as accurate as our coverage on Halloween Kills, so with that said, proceed at your own risk. Light spoilers could be ahead. What's the state of Haddonfield in Halloween Ends? We have the answer. Hey everybody, this is Phantom Empire. I'm Sean, he's Mike. We're back with another Halloween Ends video. I think we might have accidentally misled some people. At the end of the last video, I had said that our next Halloween Ends video was going to be a video about Glass Hill. That is actually the next one after this one. This one is on Haddonfield and the state of Haddonfield in Halloween Ends. First off, Mike, thanks for joining me on this for this video talking Halloween Ends. And I mean, let's start off with what has happened to Haddonfield in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, and people need to remember that that is one night, those two movies. Where, in your opinion, should the small town of Haddonfield be at after the events that it has gone through, not just 4 years ago now, but 44 years ago as well?
Oh, they should be truly fucked. Can I say that on here? Truly fucked?
Yeah.
That's that's the first thing that comes to my mind, because you think about it. Sean, what was the kill count in Kills?
So I've seen a lot of people say that there's 31 kills or there's 30 kills. Every indication and that I've been given is that there's more, but I think the official is like 30 or 31. So
Okay, so we'll say 30 plus kills in Halloween Kills alone. Plus, you think about the kills that happened in Halloween 2018. I mean, that's a lot. And you think about the events that took place back in 1978. That town is truly fucked. I mean, think about what Michael did. Those in those three movies, 2 different nights. But he has caused a lot of havoc. A lot of death has happened in this, remember, small town of Haddonfield. So this town is shook. You know, they're brutally affected by this. And I mean, I don't live in a small town. I live in a bigger area than what Haddonfield's supposed to be. And anytime something tragic happens, it you feel it. So I can't imagine something this tragic, obviously going on in Haddonfield, how they feel about it and how it truly does affect them. And honestly, Sean, I mean, that's the best way to put it, is these people are fucked up, man.
people are going to hate this because they've hated it every time we've brought it up. But like in the story, Haddonfield also goes through COVID too. I'm not saying it's brought up a bunch on screen. I don't even know if it is on screen at all. It's not something that I asked about over the last month or two. At one point, it was supposed to be mentioned for sure. But what we do know is, like, specifically speaking, when we're laying down foundation and background for characters and what they've been through, well, they also went through the pandemic after, maniac serial killer strikes again. So, like, this town is in shambles. This town is, the ash from a fire that just would not go out. And now here we are in the timeline, anyways, 4 years later, and Haddonfield is depicted in a way that I would say has been rumored to be in past Halloween movies, but they've never fully fleshed it out. I know there was a pitch for Halloween 4 that kind of had Haddonfield depicted in the way that we're going to see it depicted in Halloween Ends. And that is in Halloween Ends, Haddonfield, 4 years later, is split. You have people who have moved out and moved on, because why the hell wouldn't you? and some have stayed and don't really grasp slash believe what has happened around them. And then you have characters who are truly grieving over the magnitude of their loss. I really appreciate how there weren't like any real jokes. Like the way it was depicted to us is people had a problem with comedy in 2018. And then we do know Big John, Little John, even though I like them, a lot of people rubbed the wrong way about them. It doesn't sound like there is any of that in this movie. And if there is, it's the least of the three for sure. So if you wanted something that was more dark, more gritty, maybe less in your face than Halloween Kills, you're getting that with Halloween Ends. Um, it was pointed out to me that there's all these different characters in Halloween Ends, obviously in Haddonfield, and they almost have like if it was a video game, like their side quests, and they're going on their like they have their own things they're dealing with. And as Group A, Group B, and Group C are all dealing with their own things, it all sort of blends into one overall arcing story, which represents Halloween Ends. So you have different paths coming together and merging together to create the movie. We've talked about the Glass Hill stuff. We've talked, I mean, obviously, Michael Myers is in the movie, Laurie Strode, and so on. But there are another group of characters that we're going to talk about in a future video that are involved in this movie that don't have the nostalgia that the extra characters that we've seen in Halloween Kills have, being from the Halloween Legacy characters from the original movies. So in this movie, Haddonfield's not a ghost town, but it's also a shell of what it used to be, and what it used to be wasn't exactly a booming metropolitan city by any means. So Haddonfield is probably one of the worst places you could be on Earth at this point. So that's kind of where it is in Halloween Ends. Your thoughts on Haddonfield and Halloween Ends, Mike?
Honestly, I expect nothing less. I mean, we talked about it, everything that this little town has gone through, and 1978, and then obviously the events that took place on Halloween night in 2018. I mean, absolutely brutal. You're talking about a lot of people losing loved ones, a lot of people losing people very, very close to them. It's just, and even if you weren't directly involved, when you live in a small town like that, a community, you're usually tight knit. So usually the smallest of things, somebody loses a brother due to cancer, the whole town kind of feels that, and something the magnitude of what Michael did to this town, everybody feels it. It feels like that their little town was attacked by Michael Myers. So I expect nothing less. I don't know what these new characters are and how they're going to be involved. Hopefully they didn't decide to move to Haddonfield, because who the hell would want to do that? But like Sean said, we'll jump into that down the line. But as far as the town, yeah, man, they're feeling it. They're going through it. And I know you had mentioned something about the COVID stuff, and I wouldn't say I'm a big, I didn't know where they were going to go with it. I'm not a big person as far as making that a huge storyline in the movie, but it had me sitting back thinking how, if it was, how could they do this? You got to think of when the pandemic first broke out. Everything was on lockdown, places not open, and it gives you that feel of a ghost town. And I'm like, well, if Michael's out there, I mean, I don't know, it just gave me goosebumps. And then obviously, being 4 years later, I don't think they're going to be on lockdown or anything like that. So as far as being split, you're going to have a lot of people that don't want to come outside of their homes, and just stuff like that. So it's going to be very interesting to see the dynamic of this town in this film.
Thank you, Mike. As far as I know, it's nowhere near the forefront of the movie. Again, at one point, I think it was going to be touched on more. That's at least the rumors that we had heard. And it sounds like its presence is very minimal, to the point where you might even have to look for it. So I think that's a good thing. Point being, though, it's things you need to consider while thinking about the characters and what they've been through. And it's going to be exciting to see how it gets depicted, because it could be our last stop in Haddonfield for a while. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. We have so much more Halloween content coming for you guys at the channel. But before we get into any of that, what do you guys think? How should Haddonfield be depicted in Halloween Ends after the events of not just the original movie, but Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills? If you were in charge, how would you do it? Do you like the idea that half the town is basically left and those that remained are very split on the events that have happened, and it creates a divide, if you will? These are, again, minor components of the movie, but as we start to, get a little further along, we'll dive into more. How do you guys feel about it? And we just did a video on the Myers house too. If you didn't have a chance to check that out, go check it out. It's up on the channel. And if you want to support the channel on another level, you can do so on Patreon, patreon.com/fandomempire. Join today, because that is the way. We definitely appreciate the support. There it is right there. And we actually have a new video up there. We just did Halloween Ends. Has the torch been passed? We do get into some spoilery territory over there on our Patreon. So that was the Lampkin Lane tier and or above. Sorry, Mike, do something?
Yeah, I love that graphic, man. I'm just shaking my head. It's a beautiful graphic.
It's all right. My problem is I'll put a graphic up and I'll be like, and then I'll see something that I should have done differently, and it just eats away at me.
Trust me, I get that. I like the clean. I like the clean look, and Allison looks very clear on that image. It's just a very good image, man. You're doing a lot of great work with the graphics on this show.
Let me tell you, Allison is a character that we're going to be talking about for many, many months to come.
Deservingly so, though, right? Absolutely. I know we agree on that. So,
Andy Matichuk, truly underrated. I know there's people on the fence with her character. We're going to dive into a lot of that as time goes. Anyways, though, that's going to do it for us. Mike, you got a podcast of your own. What's going on over there?
Absolutely, man. The Take One podcast, you can look it up on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your podcast. We got some great content coming out. Hope to get this busy man on there sometime. Got to make some time, though. He's a busy guy. But, yeah, we got some great content coming out. A lot of good horror content on the way as well. So just stay tuned for that. And obviously what we're doing here at Fandom Empire, we got some great things coming.
Awesome. Don't forget, people, the Boogeyman. It's coming. Like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, smash it into more pieces than Sartain's head. We'll see you next time.